gonna be a beautiful holiday, Jewish holiday, Rosh Hashanah. And hopefully I'm gonna post this video before that, so you have time to watch my video and make this beautiful dish. It's gonna be an amazing addition to your holiday table. And now stay with me, watch my video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment down below. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my kitchen. Whoever doesn't know me, my name is Svetlana, and whoever knows me, they know that I took a break for about 2 years because Samuel, who were recording me, started Columbia Dental School. I have to brag about it, and he was too busy to continue. But now I have my new assistant, Christina. I'll introduce you guys to her later on. She doesn't want to show her face today, but she took the part of filming me again. And I want to thank to all of you. You guys writing me such a beautiful comments. You guys inspiring me to continue doing that, because all these comments, somebody wrote that they were making my delicious pastries and they were taking it to work, to hospital or nursing home, and everybody was so happy about it. And they made me feel so good that I decided I want to continue the journey. I want to continue teaching you guys, showing you guys my new recipes. And I want to show a lot of people that cooking is just so much fun that you should not be afraid of it, because a lot of people have fear of cooking. It's so complicated. It's not. When you know the recipe, when you know exactly what you need to do, you just do it. You just have fun with it. And it doesn't matter if your kitchen gets messy. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't look too pretty. It doesn't matter. None of it matter. The matter is that you have fun. The matter is that you try doing it. And it's great to do it with your partner or with your children, especially baking with your kids. It's just fun. And it doesn't matter how pretty you make the dish. Yes, it's like a lot of people, it's so nice when you go out to a fancy restaurant that it looks so fancy. But my house, I take all the trays out on the table because I cook for like 30 people. I have no time to decorate it. And it's so delicious that people don't care. It's just gone within minutes and they're waiting for the next dish. So, I want to show you the real thing, how it's going to be, messy, not messy, who cares, as long as it's going to be absolutely delicious. And trust me guys, if you follow my YouTube channel and you follow my recipe, I promise you that it's going to be delicious. So, today I want to make Zrazy. Whoever Russian speaking, they know what Zrazy are. Okay, it's potato. It's kind of like a knish, the shape of knish, but it's made of potato. And inside we make the filling. The filling could be meat, it could be eggs and rice and scallion, it could be mushrooms. And Italians, they make very similar, I believe it's Italian, the potato croquettes, or it's American, I believe it's Italian, with cheese inside. So if I have potato left, I have cheese, I'll make it with cheese inside. It doesn't matter, you could just fry the potato and it's gonna be absolutely delicious. For this recipe, what I'm gonna use, usually a lot of times you could take the grounded meat, any meat that you prefer, and you could cook it with onion, but our family, I'm showing you my family recipe, we have cooked meat. Now I have chicken. I have grilled chicken, already grilled chicken. You have my grilled chicken recipe on YouTube already made. I'll link it, it's gonna be the link. I'm gonna connect the link to that video so you could find it. And I have one piece of fried chicken, so it doesn't matter. You could boil it, you could just cook it and then put it in a grinder. This is what we're gonna use. This is the tools that I'm gonna use today. And we're gonna have a lot of onion, because the onion, that's what's gonna make our stuffing so delicious and juicy. Of course, we have potato. I'm gonna use 1 egg and a little bit of flour, salt, pepper, nothing else. I mean, go ahead, you like different spices, it's up to you. And as tools, I'm gonna use my grounder that I'm gonna attach to my KitchenAid. That's an excellent tool. And my onion chopper. So I'm gonna chop all this onion like 1 to 3. So for now, I'm gonna peel the potato. I have to peel the potato and boil it. And then I'm gonna show you the trick. Before, it was very hard for me to make these zrazy because every time my potato, sometimes it would be perfect and sometimes the dough would be so like a gooey, like a gluey, I don't know how to describe it. It would be just mess and I could not make it. So the key is for the perfect potato dough is wait until it's completely cool, and then you add your egg and you add your flour, and you could add seasonings before and after, it doesn't really matter. So let's begin, let's start cooking, and I'll see you by my stove. I just love it. Christina, you should do it. You're my helper. Samuel would always be my cutting tools. And this is Colby, whoever remembers Colby. He's a little bit older now, he's 12 and a half years old, but he's still doing good, and he's still always in the kitchen with me because he loves to taste my food. He's the most appreciated one. Hi Colby. Colby, hey, he's sleeping. This is excellent tool for the onion. Oops. This is an easiest way to chop up onion. If you need to cut it into cubes, this thing is excellent. Okay, my onions chopped, my potatoes sliced. I add salt to my boiling water, and I add my potato to my boiling water, and we cook it until it's ready. Same like we cook our potato for our mashed potatoes. Now we're gonna start with the onion with a little bit of an oil, frying oil, and here's my onion. Okay, we'll use the utensils. This is utensil. Spatula, utensils. It doesn't matter how it calls, it does the job. Yes, my English is not the first language. Sometimes I forget the words, and it's okay. Don't be so critical of me. I could call it whatever I want. Spatula. Alright. So now we're frying onion. In the beginning, we fry it on a high heat until it's gonna start getting caramelized, and then we put our heat to low and we kind of just caramelize it. So it's gonna get very sweet. And we add maybe a little bit of sugar at the end. We'll see. Usually I use Vidalia onion. It's pretty sweet, but sometimes I add a little hint of sugar and salt and pepper. And yes, it's gonna be delicious. This onion is gonna be so delicious that you could just spread it on the bread and eat it. It's so freaking good. Okay, here we go. Kobe's awake because he's waiting. He's hoping that this piece of meat is gonna drop, but no, Kobe, it's not gonna drop. It's not gonna drop. So guys, again, I'm gonna repeat, you could use any meat you want. You made chicken soup and you have a lot of chicken left, you could use that chicken. You made turkey for Thanksgiving, you have turkey left, you could use that turkey. Whatever cooked meat you have, or fried meat, anything you could put inside of those zrazy because it's gonna taste so good. And maybe next video, not next video, in a few videos I'm gonna make with mushrooms. Mushrooms also delicious. So again, I'm using this thing and I'm making the ground cooked chicken. Where is it? Okay. I can't. I just can't. He just loves to eat so much. He belongs to my family because we all love to eat so much. I hope sometimes it gets stuck. grinding with my grounder. So you see my onion is already a little brown. It's okay. It's not that bad. So we add salt. And now we put our heat on low. Because we don't want to fry it anymore. Like it's almost, like it's perfect. This is good. When it's this brown, it's good. And now I'm gonna turn my heat to low. And now I'm not gonna fry it. I'm gonna simmer it. And when it's slowly cooked, it releases all the sweetness of the onion and it becomes so absolutely delicious. And of course, we'll be right here. Impossible. Okay guys, my onion almost cooked. I'm gonna add pepper. You could add pepper at any time. Really. And I'm gonna try for the seasoning. A little sugar, half a teaspoon, must. Actually, when I'm baking, I always add a pinch of salt because it extends, is that the right word, extends, brings out the flavor. And sometimes in the meat or onion, you add a little bit, like I'll add a pinch, probably half a teaspoon here. And we'll see how it's gonna taste. We'll give it a taste test. Perfect. But I want to let it simmer for another like 5 minutes. It needs to be like very, very soft because I don't like the chewy onion. It's already very soft, but I'll let it cook for another 5 minutes. Meanwhile, my potato is ready. So I'm gonna pour out all the water. And I'm gonna let it cool completely. Pour out hot. Be careful, don't burn yourself. Because sometimes I do burn myself. A lot of times I do burn myself. So now I'm gonna let it cool completely. And then I'll add the rest of the ingredients. And I'll see you then. Okay, my friends, my potato is a little warm. I think it should be fine. It will do. This is my meat, ground meat. This is my beautiful onion, and it's delicious. And here's my new apron. I got it last year for I'm just here for latkes. I mean, we're always here for latkes. Latkes is always great. But now Rosh Hashanah is coming, and this recipe is going to be perfect for Rosh Hashanah. Okay, let's begin. We're going to combine our onion. Let's see if I'll use the whole thing. Yeah, I'll use the whole thing. The more onion, the juicier the filling will be. So we just combine. I need to get everything out because otherwise Christina is gonna kill me if I'll leave little drops. And we're gonna mix it all in, and then we're gonna try for seasoning. And it's gonna be absolutely delicious. I think we have a little, I thought it's not gonna be enough, but I think it's gonna be not enough potato. We'll see. I'll leave the description how much of everything I used, and if it was a little bit too much of something, then I'll adjust it, and I'll write you under the video. It's gonna be how much I use of everything. I'll write it down. Okay. Mixed. Try it. Perfection. We're back to our potato. Mash, mash, mash. And at this point, I'm gonna add 1 egg. So I have 7 potatoes, 7 large potatoes. And I'm gonna add 1 egg to it. and mix it all using my muscles. Working out. And because my potato is cold, it doesn't get gooey anymore. Now it's gonna be a perfect dough. Otherwise, it would be like running. I don't know, all the recipe does not tell you that the potato needs to be cold. And every time before I would make it, I would add the egg and the flour while it's hot, and it would just become like, ugh. I had to throw it out because it was impossible. Impossible to work with. Now we're gonna add flour. And I'm gonna see how much flour I'm gonna add in, because you don't want it too much, but you also don't want it too little. I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon at the time, because I want to see the consistency. I don't want to add too much. I'm gonna first mix it, and then add a little more. Are you ready? So now the most exciting part, we're gonna shape them. Make sure your hands are clean. I cannot do it in gloves because I just cannot do it in gloves. You add a little bit of oil to your hands because it's gonna be easier like that. It's not gonna stick to your hands. You take a full tablespoon of potato, and with your hands, you put it on your palm and you make your hand a little bit like this, so you have a little dent, and you take a tablespoon of meat, you put it inside, and you gently close it, just like that. Just like that. And here we go, a perfectly shaped. I can't say potato knish because potato knish is a knish filled with potato. It's a perfect potato croquette if you call it, but we call it zrazy. One, and the same thing with second one. This dough is perfect, by the way. It just came out. It's very easy to work with. To make another one, okay, every time when I make it, I add a drop of oil on my hands. It's easier for me. If you could do it without it, go ahead. But to me, it makes a big difference because the potato does not stick to my hands. Otherwise, it sticks a little bit. It's still, you still could make it, but to me, it's easier like that. The filling, and we shape. And because my hands with oil, it just, potato does not stick. And it's much easier to work with. Okay, another one is ready. And even if it's a little bit of meat sticking out, doesn't matter. It's still gonna taste delicious. You're making it for yourself and it's still gonna look very pretty. So we'll make another one. Guys, I had 3 medium to large sizes of chicken breast, 3 big onions, and I have 19 pieces. And this is how much meat I have left. So either you take a whole bag of potato, I had 7 large potatoes, so it was another 3 left. So the whole bag of potato, or you take, for 7 potatoes, you take 2 big pieces of chicken breast and 2 big onions. So I'm gonna write it in the descriptions. So okay, this I could eat it just like that. Delicious. And the next step would be frying those beautiful things and then enjoy them, eating them. We're gonna need a lot of oil. Whoever's on a diet, this recipe is not for you, but once in a while, you could let yourself eat this delicious food. Okay, so normal amount of oil. You don't want to drain them in the oil. Basically everything is cooked. Our meat is cooked, our potato is cooked. All we need to do to fry them to the golden brown and transfer them to a dish covered with a paper towel to absorb whatever oil left, whatever the extra oil. Okay, let it heat up and we'll begin. Again, we add a little bit of oil on our hands because we need to pick them up so they don't fall apart. Gently pick them up and make them a little flat in your hands. And that's it. My oil wasn't hot enough, but it will do. Leaving some space between them so it would be easier to flip. Oops. Again, nothing needs to be perfect because it's gonna be delicious. I'll take the small one, this small one. Okay, it's time to flip. Be very, very careful. Find the spatula that will work for you and gently, oh, it's not ready. Okay, it wasn't ready. Come, I'll show you. If it's not ready, you don't touch it anymore. You let it cook, and then you flip it to another side and cook for a little bit more. Because if you're gonna touch it right now, it's gonna fall apart. You have to fry them at a medium heat. Medium high. You watch how they go. Like you stay on top of them, you turn one. If it's not fully cooked, you leave it alone. And then you wait for the rest to cook. And then the one that wasn't cooked perfect, the top wasn't perfect, you flip it back and you let the other side cook. Let's flip. Ooh, you see? This is how they're supposed to be. This is how I like it. Ah, you see? You gotta be very, very careful. You may need help because they're very fragile. And yes, I'm making a mess. And that's how we do it. A little messy, and who cares? Okay. So, I'm taking out the first batch, and they're so fragile, because we did not add a lot of flour. You may add a lot more flour, it's going to be easier to shape them, but I just don't like when it's a lot of flour. It's personal preferences, but it's going to be easier to shape them. If your dough is sticking out too much and it's hard for you to shape them, you could always add a little bit more flour. Just wanted to tell you. Ooh, this one needs a little bit more. And this one is ready. And the problem is right now I have to wait until they cool off, because sometimes I want to just eat them, but they're too hot and I burn my tongue. So I need to be patient. Patience is the key, and I don't have it. Okay. Ready. Another one is ready. And this one is ready too. And me, I like to clean my pan. And same way, we're adding, let's try without oil. Sticking. So maybe, you know what? In that amount, we'll put 3 tablespoons of flour because it's a little sticky. So, put our second batch and continue until they're all ready. That's it. Make them a little flat. This one is already flat. Boom. Boom, boom. It's gonna be three pans. Okay. And we'll do the same until they all cook. And don't try them while they're hot, because you're gonna burn your tongue, I promise. Hey, Okay guys, the first batch, my oil wasn't too hot. My pan wasn't so hot. So it needs to be hot because it's much easier to flip, and they look how much neater they look. So you see, I'm showing you everything that could happen and what should not happen. So make sure your oil is very hot, because we're already tired, we're filming this and we want to eat them. That's why I can't wait. I'm just in a rush because I just can't wait to eat them because I'm so hungry. And I just so want to eat them hot. It's okay. Nice. So guys, this is our final result. This is how they look. They smell incredible. And I'm ready to eat one because I'm starving. And I'll try one for you. And they're already cooled, so I don't have to burn my tongue. This is so delicious. This is just so incredibly delicious. Honestly, I could eat like 5. And of course, Bobby is screaming and crying because he's gonna want anything you eat, he's gonna want it. Okay, guys, I wanna tell you that you must try it because it's absolutely delicious. And it's not really hard to make. It's a little time consuming, yes, and yeah, but it's worth it 100,000,000%. Don't forget to like this video. Oh, I'm all covered in oil. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like. And don't forget Bobby. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.